Alrighty, here we are in part two. So we've got our RSS reader set up, and now we're going to talk a bit about Twitter. So Twitter, you've probably heard of it before. It allows you. It's a social network that's based around very short messages, 140 characters to be precise. You can say a lot or you can say a little, but it's really ballooned to be something very big. And so we're just going to talk about the basic uses of it. Um, you can figure out how to set up your own account. You've done this like 8 times in this class by now, I'm sure. So you can figure that part out. Um, this here is my feed. This is the tweets of all the people that we are following. That's the way that Twitter is set up. With Facebook, you have likes, or you have friends that you are, other individuals that you're friends with, and there are pages that you can like, and stuff that they post will show up on your feed. Well, in Twitter, it's about following. We follow 810 people. We have 1,100 followers. So when any of these 810 people tweet, then we see it here on our feed. Whenever we tweet, these 1,102 people see our tweet on their feed. Very straightforward. So let's say that we want to send something out. Let's do a tweet now. So if I were to hit tweet right now, then all 1,102 individuals that are following us, if they happen to be looking at their Twitter at this moment, would see that thing that I just wrote. But if we want to increase the reach of that, then we can insert a hashtag. Hashtags, if you ever use Instagram, you're probably familiar with these. It's basically creating a searched term. If you put a hashtag in your tweet, then it'll contain a clickable link that will take you to a search page that has all the instances of that same hashtag. And so let's see that in action. Since this is relevant to our university, let's tag it with UCSC. Makes sense, doesn't it? So we'll tweet it. There, you see it's up at the top of our feed. If Myra were to look at Everett program right now, then she would see it's already week 5. Where's the timing go? In fact, she just tweeted like a minute ago, so she might be seeing this right now. Isn't that neat? But if I were to click UCSC, then we see all the stuff that people are tweeting that are tagging with UCSC, like Megan Segala almost ran over a turkey on the way to class. I bet that was at College 8. There's this turkey that's always running around College 8 in Porter. I never see them anywhere else but there. But anyway, so what if we wanted to search for, what was that Myra was just tweeting about? This is one of our alumni, by the way, Myra Sutton. She works for the Electronic Frontier Foundation. So any hashtags? So ISDS, what is that? What else are people? Who else is tweeting about ISDS? There, and so that's a way that a lot of people discover stuff on Twitter. Is just by surfing through the hashtags, making sure to do that. Another thing that you can do inside your tweets is to do mentions. So let's say that we wanted to tweet again. So here we got lots of great sociology majors this year, and we do. Well, UCSC Sociology has a Twitter handle. So what we do, if we want to specifically mention that, so lots of great at sociology UCSC. There you go, sociology at UCSC. Lots of great sociology at UCSC majors this year. That's kind of incorporating the name of another Twitter user into the tweet. That's some advanced level tweeting. You know, you'll get the hang of it. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is that we can do sort of a more mention type thing. When you make a statement like this, lots of great sociology majors this year, and then you mention another Twitter user. That's another way of composing a tweet. Why don't we go all barrels here and make sociology a hashtag, and we'll tweet at that. And so, because sociology at UCSC and us, like, since we follow each other, then if someone were to look at sociology at UCSC's Twitter feed, then they would see us, I believe. Okay, maybe they changed the way that works. Anyway, so those are some basic uses of Twitter. Now, I said that we were going to incorporate the use of Twitter and Feedly at the same time, and so let's do that. So here's our official Feedly. Let's say that we want to tweet something about social enterprise. So is this a neat article? Crowdfunding is a very hot button issue right now. Still figuring out the legal aspects of it, and here's an article about the legal aspects of crowdfunding. So Feedly has a automatic share thing, so we can hit the little Twitter bird. This will get shortened, don't worry. I personally don't like doing this because it automatically mentions Feedly in the tweet that it composes for you, and I don't really care to waste space doing that, and I don't need to be mentioning Feedly like 50 times a week. So that's one way of doing it. We can also just compose the tweet. So like, I can just copy and paste that in there. Hit tweet. Twitter has its own sort of it has its own URL shortening thing. Now you'll notice that that's taking up a good amount of characters. That's like I don't know, like 20 or so right there. And so another thing that you can do is use a URL shortener. So let's get another one. So URL shorteners, there's a lot of them out there right now. I personally like Bitly, bit.ly. They're a free service. Never mind what it says about pricing. That's for enterprises. I've got a slow connection today, I guess. So you don't need to create an account, although if you do, then you'll have a nice, you'll have a whole dashboard and you can save all the things that you've been shortening. But anyway, the service that Bitly offers is called URL shortening. And so since Twitter has that 140 character limit, and even though it does give you some shortening service itself, you're still using up a lot of characters by including links. And so what Bitly does is that it takes these links and shortens them for you using a system of redirects. So shorten it. And so we're left with this instead. Copy it. What was the name of this thing? I don't remember the name of the article that I was trying to share. Oh yeah, is the new Salesforce Analytics Wave right for your nonprofit? I cannot remember what that is, so I'm gonna do this. No, that only uses like 10 or 12 characters instead of a couple dozen. And let's, of course, hashtag nonprofit. See, we're tweeting machines right now. So that is how you mention people. It's how you use hashtags. Um, it is also how you use URL shorteners. And keep in mind that everything that I'm talking about is in the, or me describing my process has been in the process that I was using of content curation. The best use of Twitter is to engage with your constituents. It's to engage with the people that you want to connect with. Retweet. Oh yeah, retweets. Let's talk about those. If somebody says something that you particularly like, then you can retweet them. Let's see. Here's Chris Benner, our future executive director. So he puts out this tech and social movements daily paper. It's really good stuff. You should definitely check it out. So we want to. This is kind of a way of piggybacking on other people's good stuff that we agree with what he said, we like it, and so we want all of our followers to see it and kind of boost Chris up a little bit, and so we'll retweet him. There, it shows up as one of our tweets, but it also links back to him. And so that's a good way of engaging with people. Find the kind of people that you want to serve, or the kind of people that you want to work with, and retweet them. They'll get a notification. They'll know that you retweeted them. They'll come and check you out. It's good stuff. So that would be about it for Twitter. And so let's move on to Social Media Manager.